p.m. Here in the park last Saturday. Is that right?
Yes.
That's last Saturday. Yeah. Yeah. So I think it was pretty well done.
I didn't come prepared with anything. I just kind of like I wanted to see what happened here.
It's okay.
I'll introduce myself. My name is Kevin Wilson. I've lived here for about 2 years, so I'm really new to Kentucky. I grew up in Indiana. I lived in Arizona for the last 27 years. I was in the Phoenix Cop out there. I retired after 26 years. But Bruce and Drew Ann, his old house up in Fallsburg with the pond, and that's where I live. I'm retired, I don't do anything. I joined the Fallsburg Fire Department when I got here, and I'm just trying to kill my time and fill my time, I guess, and get a part of the community and do stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good.
I want to help out however I can. I'm retired and I'm available every day, all day long. I know a lot of people are still
What
working.
should you tell that to?
Yeah.
You be.
Give yourself a long time.
Yeah. So if anybody needs any help, I'll help as much as I can. That's the problem I run into with trying to help with the car shows and stuff. I just don't know people. You know, I can't call up people and they know who I am and ask favors and things like that yet. So I'd ask for, if I'm gonna help out on stuff, I'd ask you guys to help me with that or introduce me to that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, which Weston's been doing and Chris has been doing a lot. I was wanting to talk to Wes, and I'll talk to you sometime about how it's gonna go with the car show for September Fest.
Yeah.
I know that Second Chance was putting it on or something, but I didn't know how much we were supposed to be involved in that. And if we are at all, or we're gonna have another show or something, we just need to talk about that at some point.
Right. Well, briefly, generally, the September Fest car show has nothing to do with our organization. They do that as part of September Fest, and they have that all worked out, plans wise and everything. Only thing that I think we can do as a car group or motorsports authority or tourism is promote it for them.
Yeah.
And you know, if we can get people to come and be part of it, that's great. And if you want to try to get sponsorship and do the third Saturday to just keep the thing running, we will. Generally, we didn't plan a whole lot during September Fest because, first of all, people's worn out a lot and out of money.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really kind of hard to do much after September Fest. People are kind of like, you know, down. But if you want to keep it going for the car culture, I think it's good, especially if it's something that we don't put a lot of money into.
I'd like to, at some point, just try to do a cruise of some type, cruise someplace.
Right.
And Chris and I talked about the Harvest Festival or Harvest Tour.
Yeah.
What day is it? Weekend is that?
Last Saturday.
That's the last Saturday of the.
So I thought about trying to organize something for that. You know, and actually just take Route 3 up to, you know, get something to eat up in either go to Grayson or someplace like
Right.
that. And then turn around and come back. And people wanted to stop, they could stop on the route, that kind of thing. So that's kind of my idea. I don't know. I asked a lot of people about it, and everybody at the car show seemed interested in doing a cruise like that of some sort.
Yeah.
So I just need to put it out there more, I guess. Just a side note, I was just talking to my wife about this today, but, and I know this is not yours, but like even September Fest, it seems like there's like a disconnect on like things happening. Like I feel like I'm really into Facebook. I'm on there a lot. I'm every page there is. But yet probably 2 months ago I got something from September Fest, but I still haven't seen like a single thing about September Fest. And the same thing kind of happens, not as bad with the tourism, but it does happen. Like, and I don't know what is happening. I don't know why it's not why it's happening that way, but it just seems like it's always last minute everything. Like you just don't know about it. Like it seems like that happens around here a lot, and I don't know if we just rely on the word of mouth. That and it could be just the way Facebook is set up sometimes. And, you know, the algorithm is weird.
They just put a flyer out and it's everywhere on Facebook.
Yeah, and somehow I don't get it. That's the weird part. Like, because I'm on every single body, every page I can be on.
Well, if that one thing, you never see it.
inspired me and my wife enough to go to Lewis County, and this is one of our fines.
I didn't go anywhere, you give this to me, but it's been in my pocket ever since.
But we
Does it bring
found,
good luck or something?
You need to wear one around your neck. Yes.
A
I'm
noose?
going to put it on a piece of leather.
Get ready to get one.
so,
I've got one on my car.
You giving me this one? Oh,
So
bless
we-
your heart, look at that.
I have an idea.
Yes.
I have an idea.
See,
And it's probably a bad one.
let's give Ralph the attention here just a second.
And it may be a bad one, but don't worry, it shouldn't be rock over.
Aw.
And, you know, imagine, I had a tough time in the eighties. And there was a time I would give anything if I had $50. I don't know if anybody's ever been in that position. But imagine if you're out in Leadville or Blaine and you're walking on, you're having a bad day and it's the end of the world and you see something and you see that rock and it said life is good and look at there's a hole in it. And you see that and you
Goes all the
go,
way through.
Yeah, cool.
and you see that and you go, I wonder what that's about. And then you flip it over. Lawrence County Oktoberfest. I just won $50. Hashtag Lawrence County Tourism. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Do you think that might make somebody's day? Have a cool walk for one thing, and somebody might use $50. So how do you get that $50? Everybody in here knows somebody that was sponsored for $50. And I've got 11 rocks in the car. You all think about it, let me know.
Oh, nice.
And I put, and she said you can, my wife said you can do a hashtag Lawrence County tourism, and everybody that finds a rock will put it on there, and they'll know when they found it. And if you're gonna do this, I would do as many as you can, and I would put one in every town in the county. That way, Webbville's not forgot about, Martha's not forgot about, Fallsville's not forgot, Clifford.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I agree, and we have tried to incorporate all the
Yes.
communities, and I think it's a great idea, and I honestly believe, I know you talked about it before, we have a rock painting group here in Louisa that does painting, and I told my wife yesterday, I meant to get buckets of rocks to take back to them, but we were exhausted by the time we got back.
But if-
And I didn't have a bucket.
But that's something that you all have to agree on, and if you all do that, everybody grab a rock and find you a $50 sponsor. It could be an individual can put a Bible verse on there,
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
anybody, but if you think you all want to do this, I've already got a sponsor for this rock. Just give me the go-ahead. If it's October's too early, and you do it next
I
year,
think October's perfect. We don't have a whole
What
lot.
going on in October, it's true.
do you want me to go get the rocks? Because if you all,
People relate us to stun guns, pepper sprays, you know, the stabby thing they call it, the Kubaton. But in this area, between, you know, with the inflation and everybody right now, it's like, you know, pulling blood from a turnip. You know, it's not that people don't want to protect themselves, it's that they can't afford it, or, you know, being in the Bible Belt, you've got, well, my husband has a gun, or I have a gun, I don't need anything else. So I'm trying to switch the vision and trying to get it out there for people, and I just, wait, the mayor? I feel so privileged for people to, you know, to carry, and we encourage them. But we also have safety education courses. So I'm a safety educator with Damsel in Defense, and we have monthly courses. And most of you all have heard of some of the monthly, like Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and August is Active Shooter Awareness Month, which doesn't just pertain to the schools, that pertains to banks, that pertains to convenience stores, you know. So I'm trying to get it put out with the local businesses for monthly tourism meetings. Workshop meetings. But I wanted to start with tourism because we have specific workshops that are geared toward like travel safety. Whether that it's actually in June, but whether that be in June or whether that be in the holidays during bad weather. You know, we have products that you carry in your vehicle for safety. So really, I was just wanting to get that out to you all because your platform is, and I see everything, by the way, on Facebook. everything you post. And Travis, if you know how to like follow, unfollow, see
Yeah.
first, see, okay, I don't know, I'm getting everything.
Well, you know, and I don't know, maybe it's because you engage enough.
Maybe.
Because if you just look at people's stuff and don't ever comment or anything on it, I think then a lot of times that's why you kind of get pushed.
Maybe, I get the lives. It so happens, Lisa, my sister-in-law is a realtor with Rosanna Williams, and I have been with her, as she has went out to show houses, and this is where the tourism for me comes into it. She has sold homes here, people from, you wouldn't believe the states of people we have coming in, Dakotas, and I'm like, really? So she will not go to those showings by herself. Of course, you know, they've got Life 360 and Chuck knows everywhere she's at, but you don't want to go out, you know, to Maddie with someone that you don't know, you've only spoke to her on the phone. So, I'm actually gonna be part of, Boyd County contacted me to be a part of their safety fair that they've got coming up at Camp Landing. But that's something, I already spoke with Lisa, who needs to talk to, you know, up in Painesville,
Red, brown, blue.
Mr. Brown or Mr. Rand, about getting something like that done here with them. So I'm moving on to other businesses, but just, you know, for the people who are coming in here and wanting to move to this county, you know, our tourists, you know, maybe they visited here, they know people that live here, but they want to live here. You know, we want to make sure they feel safe here.
Right.
And I think everyone can pretty well agree that safety has become a small issue, for specifically, you know, town.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is people will come to me at one of the vendor shows or events we have, and the wife will walk up and she's like, oh, my daughter could use that pepper spray. You know, she's out driving down, going to college, blah, blah, and then the husband sits over and he's like, I gotta go. Well, that's great. You're gonna be with your daughter everywhere you go. Seriously? So I'm trying to open the minds, not, you know, just keep people close-minded on it. And for the ones that carry, we have curses, consider carry curses, so I'll just throw that out. But want to see if I can get in with different locations, different businesses, and do monthly workshops. They generally only last 30 minutes, some will say an hour tops, because of questions, you know, and follow-up. But generally, the workshop itself is 30 minutes.
So, just so I understand, so would you want us to include you like in an event? Is that what you're talking about? Like when we host an event of some sort, to give you a space or on the
Yeah,
program or something?
definitely would be interested in that, yes.
Okay.
More just a platform to get it out as well. You know, for specifically people that are following the tourism. But I've also like spoke with Amanda Graham over here about using the courtyard. So I need a place.
Carly.
Yes, I had an email that I had sent, it's been some time now, I need to actually follow up with that. Phil wanted to buy the whole safe course, this is for children who have been, to teach them tricky situations, you know, sexual assault, strangers, abduction, so on and so forth. We have a whole line of them, I think there's 12. But he wanted to purchase the whole line and put it in the library so it's available to be checked out or used within the library as a resource for maybe, you know, kids to learn about how to deal with that. You know, the don't take a sucker from the man in the van don't work anymore.
We used to have a safety program in the schools, I don't know if that's going on now.
They-
Remember they had the
yeah,
little,
long time ago.
the workbooks and things for the kids, and they had.
I don't know that.
There's a group that does, it's for like, Good Citizen or something, that they do a thing. I don't know if it's different than this, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, really just trying to reach out. I'm not sure who all in the county has what going on.
I was at a clerk's conference in Mason, they have a program called Green Dot, and it's a real good program. I want to check a little bit more about it, trying to get, then we get it in the schools.
That's perfect. They've started the character counts, which,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
like, that would be perfect.